Hello, everyone. It is June 2021 here in Philadelphia, and we're about to begin our summer quarter course here at Drexel University Technology, um, otherwise known as computer ethics, but the name doesn't really matter that much. This is a practical course tour. Please look to the older video I made and have posted uh, where I go through the actual content of the course. Please do watch that video. But I thought I'd make a brief video too, an updated version of a brief video to go through what you actually have to do week by week and what the requirements are for the course and how it will run. First of all, look at the main menu here. If you look over here, and you'll see that the course is organized by week. I believe that there are 10 weeks in the quarter, and so there are 10 links here to take you to what you need to do week by week. Clicking on week one, you'll find a couple of readings, some very brief excerpts from Kant and John Stuart Mill, and a link that will take you to a BBC website, hopefully, that does a nice little work outlining what consequentialism is as an ethical theory. If that ever loads, yeah, it's still there. It's great, very helpful. But in any case, what you have first of all are the readings. More typically, you'll have a longer reading or a bunch of readings. Let's just go to week 4. You'll see that there's a uploaded essay by Hans Jonas. That's week 4. So every week we'll begin with a reading or a set of readings or a set of things to look at, which comprise the actual subject matter of the week's material, lay out ideas we're exploring. And so it's quite important to do those readings, obviously. So that's where we start. Yeah, there it is. Wonderful essay by Hans Jonas, Technology and Responsibility, Reflections on the New Tasks of Ethics. You'll see that I've highlighted this as being kind of the centerpiece of the course. But so if you click on week 2, you'll see there's a bunch of links that take you to different readings about self-driving cars or automated vehicles, whatever we're calling them these days. So the first thing to do every week is to read the material, to look at the material, to become familiar with the material. So everything's been uploaded to the Blackboard site. There's no text, no books to buy. So once you've done that, you'll see that there are some videos. There's always videos that I've made in which I discuss the week's reading, sometimes in a very cursory, kind of summary, quick way, because there's really not much that I need to say. I think the readings are more or less, very accessible. Sometimes you'll see perhaps more involved or detailed videos. For instance, when we read something like Hans Jonas or look at something like Nick Bostrom's, some pretty long videos here because we're talking about Kantianism and utilitarianism as ethical theories. So there will always be videos to watch. Of course, it's optional to watch them. I don't check to see if you've viewed them, but they're really, I think, an essential part of the course, because in an online course, for me at least, these videos are the way that I supplement for the fact that, or make up for the fact that we don't meet. So I would say that that's the first thing you want to do, is to take a look at the materials for the week and take a look at the videos that I've made. You just need to pause the video for a moment here. You need to plug in. What you'll see also is that there is a discussion board for each week. This is a requirement for the course. It's not graded, but you have to do it to get credit. The discussion board, as I say here, in the first week, weekly discussion board is an unstructured conversation about the week's materials. There's no prompt. There's no requirement in terms of what you need to talk about or how you need to talk about it. Do not wait for a prompt from me before posting. You should post a substantive comment on what we looked at this week. That is, your comment should be a thought. It can't just be, I liked it, I didn't like it, it was interesting, it wasn't interesting. No, it has to be a thought, a comment, a true comment of some sort about the substance, the actual content of the readings. Doesn't have to be really long, but has to be long enough to actually express an idea, a response, a comment on what we've read, and at least one reply to someone else's post. You will not receive credit for participation in the board until you have done both of these things. That is, for the discussion board, you have to post at least 2 times to get credit. You have to post your own thought. Again, it doesn't have to be particularly lengthy, but it does have to be a thought. So think about, saying something interesting. Think about expressing some sort of insight or question or idea or just a response of some sort, but it has to express a thought. But then you have to reply to someone else, and that reply should be thoughtful. It doesn't have to be, again, of any particular length, but it should be a true response to what someone else has said. It shouldn't just be thanks for your post, or I liked your post, or I agree with your post. That's fine, but it has to then express why you agree or what you think is interesting about what somebody said. Again, it has to be thoughtful in that respect, that it actually responds to what the person said. So just to be clear, you do not get full credit for your participation in the weekly discussion board until you have posted at least 2 times. So that's the first major requirement, actual requirement every week, is to participate in the discussion board. Please do not leave it to the very end of the week. Students who do that, I mean, the thing has to be done by Sunday midnight, which I consider to be the end of the week. Students who leave it to the very end are not showing any particular interest in the class. What they're basically showing is that they're leaving this class to the very end and not really doing the readings, not really getting much out of the class. You're showing, so it's not to say that if you do once in a while leave it to the end of the week that somehow I would think you weren't. But if you're doing it on a regular basis, that is, if you are leaving it to the end, it's a sign that you're not taking the class seriously and you're not really doing the readings, and you're not going to do well, probably. So please try to start posting as early in the week as possible. Respect this course. Start looking at the material during the week. Don't leave it till Sunday or Saturday. Finally, every week there will be some sort of assignment to do. Week 1 is a review quiz that you need to do. Other things will be short essay responses to a question, or let's say week 2, study questions. Generally speaking, all, including the quizzes, all of these assignments are worth 1 point. And more or less, if you do them in a responsible way, that is, you don't just dash off some nonsense, or if you actually try to answer the questions, and in the quiz, if you show that you have familiarity with the material and you're not completely at sea, you will get the full 1 point. So it's more or less a completion assignment, even the quizzes and the essays, but you have to do them and you have to turn them in on time to get full credit. I will accept late study questions. I will accept late essay responses, short, 250-word essay responses, but only at half credit. To get full credit, you need to turn things in on time. And that goes for the discussion board, especially. Discussion board, there is no makeup. That is, once the discussion board closes, you cannot access it. You will not get credit for it. So the weekly assignment can be turned in late for half credit. The weekly discussion board needs to be done on time, or you will not get any credit. As you move through the course, you will see that there are 3 essays that are due during the course of the semester. Here we go. So I have to put it up here, but for each one of the essays, there will be a prompt of some sort, and there will be a video in which I discuss the essay as well. I just need to put that up there. So if you look to the introductory section of the course, which you should, and you see the course overview video, you also see there's a course outline, and that the due dates for the essays are here for all three essays. Again, the prompt for the essay as well as the video in which I discuss the essay will be up under the links for the essay. If we take a look at the syllabus, pretty standard stuff. My contact information, you should feel free to contact me whenever you wish. And that is by email, or you can call me on the phone. That's fine. If I don't feel like picking up, I won't. I'll call you back. Course description, take a look at that. Course objectives, course structure pretty much describes what I'm describing here. Different requirements, it should all be here. How grades will be determined, very simply, as you see here, essays in total will be worth 30 points. Weekly discussion board and weekly assignments, 10 points apiece. That leaves us with 50 points, and here's how grades will be distributed. Plagiarism policy, I'm totally serious about this. If you plagiarize any work in this class, you will not get credit for it. You'll get a 0, and that would, if you do it in an essay, that would pretty much devastate your grade. And I will also refer any instances of documented plagiarism. I'm not talking about a word here and there. I'm talking about serious copy and paste plagiarism. We'll definitely refer that to Drexel for whatever they want to do about it. Some additional stuff here. So that's the course. I hope that you just have a notion of what you need to do. Take it week by week. Just click on this week's link, and you'll find readings. You'll find a discussion board you need to participate in. You'll find a weekly assignment that needs to be due. The discussion board and the weekly assignment are always due by the end of the week. So think of the week beginning Monday and ending Sunday at midnight. There are videos here to help with the readings, to put them in some sort of context. And so what you should be gearing up towards, in addition to your weekly work, is getting ready to write these essays. The essay, first essay will have to do with the first 3 weeks of the course, the second with the second 3 weeks of the course, and then third essay will have to do with the last 4 weeks of the course. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me. Again, you can call me. It's okay. And you probably feel more comfortable using email. I will respond to your emails. If for any reason I don't respond in a day or two, or if it's something urgent that needs a quicker response, just give me a call and I will do so. So welcome to the course, everybody. It'll be an interesting one. It always is with computer ethics.